Let me put the nail in this coffin real tight. God hates God. God hates God. God hates God. God hates God. God hates God.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tarnation TV is the channel you are watching. Hey, Brad, what's happening? I'm Blaine. Oh, yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Oh, wait. You got him. 2 for 1. Just reading the YouTube chat here, and I see Ulysses asking where he was in the intro, and then we had a clip because the first one that you were saying was all random, so it's not it just kind of happens that easy. But then the second one, then we had this. You can't miss that.
Yeah,
you're saying spearmint green hot rod of his.
Yeah, the Aero 88 series. Ulysses won that race, so I used that clip to for the little commercial break.
So here's what I'm wondering for those who are following along at home on the Facebook is I see that Ulysses was gifted a wheel by Sean, I believe.
Sean Dotson. Yeah.
So we know he's the wrecking ball behind the keyboard, but what I'm curious about to see is how much this changes up his play style behind the racing wheel.
I'm going to think it's a learning curve.
A whole new beast. I think a whole new beast for him to learn, right?
I mean, I've raced with guys who've raced with keyboards and only keyboards, so he would be a pro with a keyboard. I could never do that on a keyboard. He's definitely going to have to adjust all of his dampening. I can't remember what it is, like the input sliders and stuff.
I guess now there's a lot of practice involved.
Yeah, you want your wheel to react instantaneously to what you're doing. You don't want that with a keyboard, because if you push a button, you don't want to be steering left, like instantly all the way left, because you'll just spin out all day. So he's going to have to finesse all that stuff.
That's fair, right? And I'm listening to him bragging about racing with a keyboard, and this guy having a keyboard over here, and I'm trying to race with the rotary phone dial.
Telekinesis.
Yeah, I hooked that up to my. I'm trying to steer my car with the power of thought.
Yep. Did you retire your car in qualifying? Sorry.
No, I didn't. That's good because I got yakking and
get in there and do that. Yeah. So tonight is cool because this is race number 4 of the I'm on Fire series here at Talladega Nights. Links in the description if you want to join the league because it's neat fun. This track, first time using it here. It's Talladega, but it has been retextured by the one and only John Godfrey in the 711 car. He is here tonight. He doesn't drive a 711 car. His number is 711.
No, he actually drives. Was it the Circle K? Is his brand? But yeah, the
Max Milk. Quickie Mart. But yeah, thank you very much to John Godfrey. You can see his car on screen there right now, and it warped into Mr. Breedlove. So a lot of people have thanked because the John came out of nowhere with this track. He retextured this entire thing to be customized to Talladega Nights Racing League. And it came out so cool. Like our logos are on the track. Brian Wolf's logos are on the track with Fluid Studios. And very cool.
If I'm not mistaken, then did he revamp some of the badges on the track here as well too? Because I'm looking at like the Talladega badge in the middle of the grass next to the pit road.
Yep.
And it looks as a much higher resolution. Like it looks punched up and then some. So it looks like he fine-tuned a bit of everything here. Is that what it's been done?
Yeah, he did. He emailed me like a month ago asking me for that stuff because I made that logo with the 3 cars on it. And he's like, hey, man, can you send me like the assets you've made for Tarnation and for Talladega Nights La-di-da? So I sent it out. I don't ask why. He's just a fellow artist and we share content, right? And then last week, like 4 days ago, this comes out of nowhere. This entire track has been retextured, new logos, fresh updates and stuff. So it's really, really cool. Totally custom to the league. It's still the stock Talladega, the Talladega that launched with the game 20 years ago. But it's been, stuff's been added and resolutions have been pumped up and all that good stuff. So
we threw a few bumps, a few speed bumps, and a few potholes in there too. So just to keep you guys guessing.
Exactly. And the renders you're seeing on screen right now.
I was about to mention.
Gary Mingus.
Do my eyes deceive me?
Gary Mingus, out of nowhere yesterday, because we've been trying to get a hold of Craig. We haven't been able to find him. It's the summertime, so everybody's busy. And Craig was the guy that was doing our renders for us, the car renders. And Jeff really wanted the guys to have their stuff cycle on the broadcast. And Gary's like, I got 3D Studio Max. So then Gary, out of nowhere, within the last 12 hours, rendered all these cars out for us that are scrolling right now. So thanks to Pile to the number 12, Gary Mingus, the slingshot. Jeffrey Elliott in the booth.
Somebody better grab the bucket of cold water and cool his computer down after all that rendering. He's going to be heating up the house pretty quick.
Yeah,
hey,
heating
Mr.
up the
Elliott.
house. And
But gentlemen, good to see you on a Thursday night. How you doing?
not bad.
Good as it can, considering I'm on this side of the ground. You know.
Yes, sir. It's always good to be on the good side of the ground. I just want to welcome you guys to the first inaugural track, Talladega Night Super Speedway, made out of Mooresville, North Carolina. First time we're going to run this bad boy tonight, made by John Godfrey. Thanks, John, so much for what you've done for us. It's amazing. So, are you guys excited?
Oh yeah, dude.
Absolutely. Yeah,
31, 31. So you guys are in here to make it 29, correct?
Not bad for a Thursday night.
Yeah, I'm showing 33, but either way.
Either way, good enough. It's a great crowd. All right, so I got to keep an eye on happy hour because we only have 5 minutes. We're going to do driver intros. Are you ready, Brad? I mean, Blake.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Brad,
we're always ready.
I would bring you up too. It's just a lot more work. You don't mind if I just bring
That's
Blaine
fine.
up?
And quite frankly, it's not worth the payoff. What you're getting for me getting up there, I wouldn't bring me up.
It gives Brad
that's what I'm
time.
saying. Just don't feel bad about it.
Well, let me bring
Being
you
honest.
up. And I want you to say hi to all the guys, okay, for a couple minutes, and I'll let Blaine start it. How's that?
It's more than fair.
Okay, let me work this here. Let me work some magic. I'm gonna make sure these guys are behaving themselves. I'll be right back. And hello to everybody out there that's watching and is gonna watch this. It's gonna be an amazing race.
So usually when I leave and go do the driver intros, you're able to smoke 6 cigarettes.
Well, that's the whole thing. So if I go up there, I'm down to 4, and I'm probably not going to be on my.
Brad just got sniped. I'm just waiting. Hey, I'm up here now too.
All right, guys. How about Mr. Brad and Mr. Blaine here? We're gonna start with the driver intros, but I'd like for Brad to say something to you guys.
Yeah, best of luck out there tonight, guys. Awesome show we got. Looks like 29. That's great for a Thursday night. So awesome, man. Best of luck to everybody, and maybe we'll get another clean one like we did last week. That'd be cool.
Thanks, Brad. Appreciate that. All right, Blaine, you ready for your starting lineup?
Oh yeah, man, this is gonna be a lot of fun. Again, thanks to John for this track. It looks phenomenal. I had to rebuild the whole broadcast to feature this thing. So when you guys get around to watching this later, everything's fresh. So, and thanks to Gary as well for all these renders. They look hot.
That's awesome, man. We appreciate John so much. We appreciate you guys at Tarnation TV's Fluid Studios and Mr. Gary Mangus and Craig for all his work he's done. Thanks, guys. All right, we're going to start with pole position. Are you ready, the old 79?
I'm ready.
Shoot, buddy.
Nate Balser driving the Pasado's Ford Mustang out of Seattle, Washington, number 079. And thanks a lot, everybody, and have a good race.
41 Home Depot, best place to buy your lumber, Big Stone Gap, Virginia.
Danny Global driving the number 088 out of Big Stone Gap, Virginia, driving the Geico Ford Mustang. Good looking track. John, thank you for the work. You too, Gary, and good luck, guys.
Robert Bridlove driving a 931 Diet Pepsi Camaro out of Lancaster, South Carolina.
Brian Lovell driving number 043 from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. I'd like to thank you guys for all the hard work you've done on the track. And Frank Divins, you're the man.
Started 6, Randy Waugh, driving the Alabama Trinidad Dodge, number 21. Shout out to my sons Christian and Corey, my grandkids Adrian, Asher, and Asa, and friends Derek and Zach.
Starting 7th, 388 MSI car painted by Frank Divins. Thank you, Frank. I'd like to give a shout out to my family, especially my wife watching the race tonight, hopefully, and all my teammates and everybody that's involved in the racing here, and all you guys that put it together. Appreciate all you guys, and good luck, everybody.
Starting 8th, driver number 33, Jeff Goodpaster from Indianapolis, Indiana, driving the SNHU Ford Mustang. I'd like to have a shout out to all my Amazon friends and family, and I'll see you guys in a few hours.
John Godfrey driving the 711 LaJoy's Camaro. I'll be rolling off from the inside of row 5.
Starting 10th, the Hub 63 Keith Bynum driving the Hubcap Annie Chevrolet Camaro. we give you the deal on the wheel. Come see us.
Starting 11th, Stephen Brandstetter driving the 510 from Randolph, Oklahoma. I'd like to give a shout out to my wife, Cheryl, and my friends, Rick and Connie.
Starting 12th from Sarnia, Ontario, it's Graham McDonald in the number 24 STP Dodge.
Starting in 13, Mike Mangialardi driving the 029 Ford Mustang out of Federal Way, Washington. Shout out to my friends watching out of the Rain Air Room tonight. And thanks again for the track. It's an awesome track. Good luck, everybody.
Starting 14th from Brownsburg, Indiana, Pat McCarsky driving the 97 A&W Tarnation TV Dodge. Thank you, John and Gary. And thanks, Blaine and Brad, for being here.
Starting 15th from Martinsville, Virginia, Garland Oaks in the number 67 Dr. Pepper Zero Toyota Camry. I'd like to give a shout out tonight to Betty and Jerry Snyder. They are celebrating their 70th wedding anniversary today.
Starting in the 16th slot, the number 12 Whataburger Ford Mustang of Gary Mingus, and I'm here to tell you guys the only time I really feel good about myself is when I'm with my friends here at Talladega Nights.
Starting 17th is the 99 of Josh Mercurio driving that pink Dodge Challenger from Waco, Texas. See y'all out there.
Starting in the 18th position is the number 9 Chris Elliott from Mooresville, North Carolina, driving the red Dodge Doritos car. I want to say hello to my family and my folks at work at Frito-Lay and everybody else that's watching, and let's have a good race. Thanks, guys.
Starting in 19th, driving the 016 Oscar Mike Radio Mission and Flight Ford Mustang out of Danville, Illinois, Adam Simonic. We give a shout out to Family Flex Research Project. Teachers College is looking for veteran families giveaway. Link on the webpage.
Starting in 20, Yelisa Sandoval, driving the 96 Gun Brothers Toyota. A big shout out to Sean Dodson because thanks to him, the Wrecking Ball, a guy known for driving with a keyboard, is going to drive now with a wheel in the future. And thank you, Blaine, for putting me in the intro.
Starting 21st, the number 8 Budweiser Camaro, driven by David Mobley. I want to say thank you, Rodney, for painting this beautiful car, and you guys stay away from me while I'm pitting.
Starting number 22nd, number 29, Brian Wolf from Youngstown, Ohio, driving the Fluid Studios Chevy Camaro. Great job with the track. I gotta say real quick, I am so excited to be able to start this and have my brand here. I am so proud of that, and we're gonna make some memories here. It's gonna be awesome, guys. Starting with tonight. So good luck, everybody.
Starting 23rd, 066 KD Huntsberry out of Warrington, Maine, driving the New York Yankee Chevy. And kudos goes out to everyone involved making this track, car design administrators. You're doing a crack-up job, and I'm proud to drive with you guys. Good luck.
Starting 24th, Javier Negron from Bridgeport, Connecticut, driving the number 4 Hoonigan car.
Starting number 25th, from Fenton, Michigan, Sean Dotson driving the number 091 General Motors Flint Metal Center Pontiac Trans Am. Good luck, everyone.
Starting 27th, Ray Hewlick in the number 81 Discovery Channel sponsor.
Starting 28th, Alex Mode, driving a number 48 Lowe's Chevy out of Southern California. Good luck, everybody.
I had my mic muted, sorry.
That's okay, buddy.
Starting 29th, Larry D. driving from Georgetown, Massachusetts, driving the 188 Donald Trump Mustang.
And starting, I believe, last, 30th, number 56, Jeffrey Elliott out of Mooresville, North Carolina, driving the Talladega Nights sponsored Chevy Camaro. Welcome everybody to Talladega Nights Super Speedway out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Let's enjoy this first time on the track. Glad to see you all out here. Let's have a great time. Blaine, Brad, there is your, I believe your lineup is Breedlove. I guess he qualified up top somewhere. Is that correct? But, yep, let's have a great race, everybody. Good to see y'all. Any words, Blaine?
No words. We've been waiting all week to run this track, so let's get to it.
All right, guys. Thanks, Blaine. Appreciate it. Brad?
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you.
So how is that? The driver introductions after qualifying. We got Nate in first place. Congratulations, Nate. Then we got Denny and Greg. Those are your top three. And, well, I guess we could do top two rows. Nate, Denny, Greg, and Robert Breedlove.
Indeed. Pretty, you're splitting hairs in terms of the qualifying times there. 52.4 for the first 7. Yeah.
I know, eh? I love that. You get like 30 guys and they're not even a second apart from each other.
Yeah, no, it's less than, right? So it could have been anybody in the running that. Tonight it is Nate Balser. So
yep.
There's
So
some chatter in the YouTube. You're looking over there. Josh 2 is out this week. After winning last week, he was unfortunately unable to make it. And we got someone cheering for Dan Lovell. So
Bonita McGowan, yeah. That's a new name, Bonita. Well, maybe is that familiar? I don't recognize that.
Pretty sure it's new. I don't recall it.
Team Danny Lovell down there. Yep.
Always good to have new people watch. 131 subscribers. We're basically ready to retire.
Almost, yeah. 3 more and we're done. So it's been a good run.
I enjoyed it, but you know what? Fame is only going to take us so far.
You're right. Speaking of Josh too, he was only able to start. This is race 4. Out of the 4 races, he was only able to start 1, and that was last weekend. He won the thing. Do you want to watch a little replay of
that? Yeah, I think so.
So hey, Josh, we missed you out here, man. So I made this thing. I just forgot what button to push to play it. So I'm looking. Josh win equals this button right here. The couple minutes little movie trailer for you.
Okay, Brian, we got the 65, 1 lap down, lap traffic coming up. He will go high. We're going to keep an eye out behind you as well. The 088 and the 85 are up to something. Stay tuned.
All right, Josh, do you want to line up with the 29 the rest of this race, or do you want to work with the 088 behind you?
Greg's a great racer, and I need him behind me, not in front of me.
Roger that. We'll let him know when he goes. You get ready.
Greg, we've just been talking with the 85 in front of you. Josh needs to know, are you going to leave him hanging, or are you staying with him? Staying with Josh. Outstanding.
Josh, we need a fuel update.
Fuel pressure drop.
Congratulations, buddy, you got it.
I'm not someone, I don't go out and win every night, and so this one tonight is a big deal.
Yeah.
Hey now, how's that for a movie trailer? Congratulations, Josh, and Brian as well, because something got messed up with the car files last week where we weren't able to see Brian's car on the actual live broadcast. So we got his car situation figured out, which was implemented in the replay you just watched. So we got to see Brian's car the way it's supposed to look, and it will look like that this evening. Let's see if he's on track right now for happy hour.
Yeah, no, I've had that happen to me. I mean, obviously I'm not on the broadcast side, but I've downloaded cars, the whole lineup right before the race, and then for some reason I was getting some mix up one with either with Jeff's car and a couple other ones that just would never load no matter what. But
yeah, it's strange sometimes. If guys change something, I don't really know how that happens, but sometimes there's just little glitches and whatnot. But yeah. If you do like Tarnation TV, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're single Thursday now. Our schedule has changed. So next week, you can see there on screen, Thursday evenings at 9 o'clock.
I'm
July
a big
27th.
subscriber to the methodology of you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
In this case, you very much do.
Yeah.
Sometimes stuff gets dropped.
Yeah. Race 5 next week, July 27th. Join the channel, subscribe to it, and do whatever you want to do. Of course, Facebook links are in the description below and everything else like that too. If you do like this game, if you have played this simulator in the past, and you're like, man, these guys still play this thing? Yeah, we do. Get a hold of Jeffrey Elliott if you want to get any more information on this league. Speaking of this league, where's the button to do that? I can't remember where all my buttons are. I didn't use any of my buttons last week, so then it's like
no.
The pressure's on.
Switch up and put a few of them on some knobs and switches instead of just buttons too.
Yeah. So this graphic you're looking at here, these are all the days of the week, except for Wednesday, which is actually now occupied. Brian Wolf actually runs a series on Wednesdays. It's not even really a series. It's just a practice series. He runs some sprint races here at Talladega Nights on Wednesday nights. So that is also a lot of fun. All right, buddy, get in your car and retire it, and we're going to go race on this brand new track. Thanks, John. Same joke we make every week. Maybe I won't retire.
Oh, exactly. Tempting, right?
And because this is a brand new track, and it's now in Mooresville, North Carolina, Jeffrey Elliott is doing the call, and the Balser family is going to have to redo theirs. So, take it away, Jeff.
Race fans, welcome to the brand new Talladega Nights Super Speedway out of Mooresville, North Carolina, the fastest track around. Drivers, start your engine!
Jeffrey Elliott with the call, the Grand Marshal duties for this evening. You ready, Brad?
Oh, yeah, bub. Sorry.
It's just going to be
halfway through a hot dog.
Why not? Eh? Yeah. See, that's the thing
I thought
with us.
I could sneak a bite in there.
Everybody's going. He's like, "Why is this guy eating dinner? It's like 9:30 at night." I'm like, "No.
Oh, I'm in the past.
He's West Coast. It's dinner time in BC."
Yeah, we're still in black and white out here.
And if people don't know what BC stands for, Colombie-Britannique.
It stands for Bring Cash.
Bring cash.
My God,
yeah.
is it getting expensive?
I don't know why I always remembered Colombie-Britannique when you're in like French class.
I don't know.
Such a cool way to say British Columbia.
Yeah, right. It is.
That's my
punch it up a little bit.
Yeah, my French Canadian accent. My mom, she's from Trois-Rivières, right? Quebec.
Never.
Qu'est-ce que c'est, Jean-Guy?
Oui.
So we're currently looking at Brian Wolf in the 29 automobile.
Yeah, I love that the French gave up after 10. They're just say it's 20 and 8, 20 and 9, 20 and 12.
Yeah, 30 and 9, 40 and 9. It's all like Trent 5, 25. It's like, so there's no 25. It's just 20 with a 5. Like, it's weird how it's not its own. I know what you're saying. It's not its own word.
Oh, French, you knuckleheads, you rascals.
Bunch of rapscallions. Nate Balser leading the pack to the green flag. Lap number 1 has begun. Denny Karl on the outside. As always, too, thank you very much to Reddit user NR Clips for the alternate camera package that you're looking at right now. Phenomenal work.
Right?
Yeah. Reddit. Who knew? You really got me into the Reddit thing.
I mean, it's kind of a rabbit hole. Sometimes you can get down into it, but for the most part, when you have the stuff on there that these guys are doing, and like,
oh man,
the community aspect of it, right? Outside of the big ones, like here's some jokes, here's some funny stuff, but yeah, like here's some technical knowledge, or here's like a bunch of people that are,
I follow.
Similar. I know they got some pickups going on over there, but.
What are some of your favorite subreddits? Oh, geez, we got cars off the track. Maybe we'll talk about this later.
Oh, we were 3 wide already after the first
save.
lap.
Brian Lovell with the big save. He had to take it down to the flat. He regained control of it.
Yeah, for me, Reddit, I use it for, following this stuff. Obviously, NASCAR, they've got stuff in here. 3D printing, hobbies, anything where you want to learn more about a hobby, or just some usually somewhat objective reviews of just things. But yeah, there's just a wealth of information on there, right? And there's also just a bunch of trash too. It's like anything else. You gotta kind of weed through it. Yeah,
there's so much good stuff though. I follow PC stuff. Of course, this game has a subreddit. This other one I follow is called Artifact Porn. It's unbelievable the stuff that they're digging out of the ground. They've got 10,000-year-old pottery and stuff and it's just these high-resolution pictures of it. And they don't mess around.
Awesome.
They're not even like a JPEG. In the title of the image, they give you the size of the image. So it's ancient, medallion found in Croatia, and the image size is 5,000 by 5,000 pixels. So I'm like, wow.
And you're nothing if not passionate about old pots. If somebody knows anything about you, that's what they know.
Right.
This guy likes old, ancient earthenware.
The culinary arts go back a long, long time, and I have a little shrine in my room dedicated to forks and spoons from yesteryear.
Nice.
Not really.
Not yet. Anyways,
dude, big save there by Brian Lovell. We went back and looked at that. It looked like he might have just got tapped going into the corner. He was able to save that thing a couple laps ago. Awesome driving, of course, by a veteran driver. Greg Lovell is now currently leading.
Nobody's making any fancy plays after that little shake up there. Everyone's staying very much to their 2 lanes and keeping their distance respectively, even for the bottom line a little bit bigger, but no one's getting too close.
Don't you think it's crazy? After 4 laps, Nate went from pole position back to about 10th?
Probably strategy.
You think?
No, I don't know. Bad luck.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be fun if it was?
Hey, you know what? Look what happens. Last week especially, we went green the whole entire way to the checkered flag. Guys are running out of gas 5 laps before the end. Josh
found that wheel. He went up and found that top line too with his new wheel. Some newfound confidence. This man has got a push coming up behind him.
I don't believe he has the wheel yet. I think it's in the mail still.
Oh, I thought he had it.
No, I think it's being shipped to him currently.
Oh my bad. Sorry, I thought the post I saw on the Facebook was that he had received it.
I think
the
post
may be operating on old news, or am I operating on false information?
No, I think the post was from Sean of him boxing it up to send. I think.
Either way, that's given him the motivation to bump up to the high line, and he's got 4 or 5 cars behind him now. So
yep,
he's pushing his way to the. Oh, somebody cut out in front of him there. Who's that? 63. Still.
Everybody's 3 wide right there. Pat McCarskey, Keith Bynum, the 24 McDonald. Double checking the 24 McDonald. Yep, Graham McDonald, fellow Canadian. And that blue 24. Right behind him, Nate, the pole sitter.
Everybody getting a little bit wide.
Randy Waugh sliding up a little bit. Lovell tucks in behind him in that Tide car. Oh, the 388 at Danville made a big
Played
lane
at the bottom?
change there. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of left him hanging in the middle, but now the third line going to have a chance to run at the top too.
Oh, Denny Carroll.
41. He found that spot. He was like, I know where I'm going. And,
Greg is
in
going
YouTube
with him.
Chat, we got to give a shout out to Bobby Carroll. She's always in the chat there cheering on Denny, so she's in there as usual tonight. And
big push on the back straight. They're going to have to lift. Look at that top line. The big Stone Gap guys again. The 388, the 088, the 41, nose to tail. They're going really
look
high.
at that. Going high, going around them there.
I love this camera angle. And our clips on Reddit, you're awesome.
Oh, it is. That's the... I don't know why I haven't got
This
that
is
one
the
installed yet
spectator
myself.
cam. Oh, it's so good. Oh, did I not send you the cam file?
I think you might have, and I think I just didn't get it installed. Maybe you didn't. I don't know.
Oh, Pat McCarsky to the center line. Yeah, very, very good cam file, especially on the spectator cam, because people usually don't really finesse the spectator view. Well, that one I can actually watch all the way around the track. We were going to
absolutely.
focus.
It's better because I'm watching your feed on the Twitch on the side screen there, so I keep it in the helicopter view. I find for myself more just from the broadcasting point of view. It gives me the best point of view to like kind of relay what I can see going on and more of the plays that are happening. I understand it's probably not the best view for like a traditional NASCAR racer, but from someone who's played hockey games top down from 93 upwards of 22, the top down view is where I'm at most comfortable. Oh cow! So the third lane disappeared really quick, and who is that in the middle there? We got.
I was just checking out Adam Simonik here in the 016. I don't know why I put on screen the 116, but Adam, he's been here right now. He's been racing all four of these races. This being the fourth. Currently sits at 10th overall with 395 points. That's a 132-point average per race, which is a 12th place finish or so. Sorry I messed up your number on screen there, Adam. Robert Breedlove to the lead. With McDonald behind him, and Nate is back up there again as well. This is a lot of movement in the front of this pack, man. Holy moly.
It is, right? And then somebody else got left again behind there in the middle.
Yeah, it looks like John Godfrey in the 711. This is crazy because Nate started this race in first, went back to about 10th or 12th, and now he's back up in third again.
Right.
All within a matter of 10 laps. I'm curious what happened to that deep pack there with Ray, Ken, Jeffrey, and Adam. Why they're 7 seconds off pace. I don't know why that happened.
I don't know. I didn't catch that. Honestly.
David Mobley is currently pitting. He's 3 laps down in the 8 car.
So he's pitting already. That's
he's 3 laps down too. So something happened back there. We might have missed it.
Oh, so maybe that, yeah. Because I was focused more on the front pack there. So maybe it must have been something behind the scenes.
Yeah, and the front is very entertaining. I mean, a lot of lead changes already. We've had Robert Breedlove has led 3 laps. Nate Balser has led 1 lap. Greg Lovell has led 4 laps, and Jeff Goodpasser has led 1 as well. So 10 laps into this race, and we've had 4 different leaders. Oh, what happened?
But 2 pretty clean lines right now.
I thought everybody was wrecking. It was just my internet doing the little hiccup it likes to do in the middle of a NASCAR race over here, kid. Scared me.
Yeah, no, I don't need all the packets right now. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
When you know what? If you could bring them back, that would be great.
I phoned a guy about the packets. I'm like, I don't really need the packets. Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah.
Be
Just
great.
go ahead and drop some here and there if you would.
Yeah, exactly. If they come out of turn 2 onto the back straightaway.
Look like a bit of a glitch there on the 388 in the front.
Watch the push. Look at the push here. These guys leave no space.
No, that top line's moving.
They are stuck together. See what happens? And those guys will run actually touching each other in the corners, and that's why they're faster. It doesn't really seem like much.
There we go.
We are pitting.
Oh, no. Oh, we're going to get a yellow there above the line?
Probably.
No? I thought they got pushed up above.
Yeah, it should be.
Because look at
It
the
is.
green car there. He's already 78. It's already sideways on the track. Oh, okay,
Yellow
just
is
delayed.
out. Yeah. We'll take a break and go look at that. I was just going to say we're coming up on pit cycles. They're actually coming in a little early.
But it was lap 13, so that would have been wouldn't that have been about the time?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's right. They're on board with Ulysses. It happens in front of him.
All right. Yeah, Dan Lavelle stayed out to take the extra 5 points for leading this lap. So you know what? Makes sense, right? If you got the fuel, you don't need to stop just yet. And it looks like the rest of the pack was doing the same idea. So
yeah, I forgot. Yeah, but the 3 times with the 3x pit frequency, it is the 13 lap windows. Totally right.
So here's something I'd have to figure out. Would it be worthwhile on a race that's got, so it's 38 laps. Obviously, these guys are doing more than 13 laps. So you could, even with 13 laps, you 13, 26. So you'd have to fill up twice to make it to the end. Would you stay out longer and take more fuel and only fill up, say, 1.5 cans or 2 cans over? Like, I wonder what the pit strategy would be in terms
I see what you're saying.
A race where the fuel window almost lines up with the amount of laps.
Yeah, gambling on maybe in the middle of the race not taking a full tank, just getting a can and a half. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point.
Because I know they say that everyone's going at 13 now, so everyone safely should be making 26, 27 laps, but maybe a bit more because it's going to be yellow, so that's going to add maybe a couple laps more to the tank, right? If not, you're not running.
Yeah, like knowing you'd be like knowing you need you're going to have to pit again. Maybe only take a can and a half and get that track position, get up front.
Right, so you're gonna safely have that same amount of fuel, and then maybe a little to spare, especially with the yellow now. I don't know. I imagine some guys got that stuff figured out, or would be like pretty close, or sometimes like, oh man, we're only at lap 12 when it happened, or 11. Is it worth the risk? I don't know. There's so much I don't know about racing. You could fill a room, library with it, but.
I know what you mean, though. Yeah, it would be kind of a neat strategy, especially later in the race, where like at the start of the race under yellow, you're just going to take all the gas you can get. But like, yeah, maybe under green flag conditions, especially knowing you might need to hit it, it might be a thing. Get out there, lead some laps, get those bonus points.
Right, Alex Moe's leading the lap right now.
Currently focused on Josh Mercurio.
Oh, yes.
In that pink and blue 99. Newer driver showed up last week. First time we'd ever seen him. The name sounds familiar, so I may have raced with him somewhere else before. I'm not sure. A lot of names sound familiar. Been around a while.
You've been in the game for a while, right?
A little bit, yeah. It's fun to hear people recognize guys. Like I know that Keith Bynum calls himself ATV Dude. And like somebody popped in and they're like, man, your voice sounds familiar. Is that ATV Dude? And they're like, yep. Because you can see it. I think he actually puts it on his car somewhere. Let's get a drone cam going here so we can. I think he wrote ATV Dude on his car somewhere. Right there. So that used to be his screen name back in the good old days. And people don't know him as Keith. They know him as a screen name.
Yeah. Isn't that funny, right?
It's cool.
Small world. I mean, I guess the racing sim world wouldn't be. I guess it's big, but not necessarily big as other game where, especially if you got a handful of people like, oh man, I want to, run into someone like you sound familiar on the thousands of voices that you would hear on any given chat.
Right.
Half of them talking about how they take my mom out for a nice dinner and then never call her again.
Right. Like, why you got to be that guy? I think I forgot to thank John Godfrey for the new pace car. He sent me that as well in an email after he sent me the track.
Nice. I was gonna say that is pretty flashy.
And you're like,
still,
but how is that new, Blaine? It doesn't say Talladega Nights on it. Oh yeah, it does.
Oh yeah.
On the license plate. Pace car's rocking the Talladega Nights license plate.
Oh, right there.
I wonder if I could get closer. I probably could.
Where's my
zoom? Where's my zoom speed? There's my zoom speed.
Look at that. Custom all the way down to the plates.
Yep.
Not a detail is missed here.
So that pace car replaces the Splash and Go pace car that I had before. I run the blue and yellow Splash and Go pace cars. Well, now we got the John Godfrey Special Chevrolet Camaro. You can hear Greg Lovell in that Geico 088. You can hear him clutching. Always clutching under caution to save some fuel mileage.
Cabs of steel.
Yep. Looks like Ray Hulick Jr. in the 81. Is he still on track? No, he has retired. It says no fuel.
Oh no. He was gambling, like.
I don't know. And other cars are still in the pits. That's why we're doing an extra lap, because there is a couple cars a lap down. There will be some lucky dogs. It will probably end up being Dave Mobley, because he looks like the only one. Let's see if we can find Mobley. He's driving the number 8 car. So the number 8 car, David Mobley, will be given lucky dog. At this league, they do not drive around. They will just add the lap back.
Okay.
Some leagues will make you drive around.
No,
Which
that's fair, right?
I think that's the... I always have that question of... I think that would be the way to do it. Because...
I guess, but then does it slow things down a bit? Is it less exciting then? I don't know.
To me, I think, though, if they just give you your lap back, you're not driving the 2.6 miles.
Well, no, you in fact...
you gain a lap.
You in fact wouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
But
track this size, fuel is a thing that could... Getting a couple lucky dogs could be part of the strategy, too, because of how they give you your laps back.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So... If you're gonna eat snot, eat it hard, and then you might catch the lucky dog. Like if you're gonna,
maybe.
You know what? Stranger things happen, right?
Yep. We'll get back up to the front.
It's not a balanced strategy. Oh, that's right. Get off the road. Time for some racing. Let's go.
Angela Balser.
Boogity boogity.
Boogity, yeah. Angela Balser in the YouTube chat asked, what is the green pit window for this track? It is about 12 to 14 or so laps, depending on how much these guys are clutching. So we saw them pitting around the 13th lap. So under yellow, you get a couple extra ones. Let me see now. This is lap 17. They did the 13. They had about 4 yellow. What do you think the fuel window is now?
Yeah, right. So we had basically 4 laps under caution. So if they're running that, I don't know what the ratio is. Like that'd be if that was something that was known. Like, okay, if you're running under caution for 4 full, for
one
a
lap.
If it's
one. How does it work? 2. Yeah, 2 yellow laps.
Number 63 was rubbing the wall.
Yeah, they're all strung out a bit. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, 2 yellow flag laps is equal to about 1 green flag lap at high RPM.
Oh, okay.
So then we're looking around lap 30, probably.
Yeah.
They will definitely need to pit one more time.
Wonder what happened. Oh, and now Josh in the pink and blue there, it's fell back a bit.
Nate
too,
is sideways on the back straightaway.
Oh man, we gotta go to camera 3 for that one and see what happened.
And the yellow flag is out.
Oh,
he's No race
Goodness.
back. They're just going to get settled.
Yeah, I was just watching. Yeah, because Denny's up front there, following behind Greg, and Randy Watt's right behind him, and they're just booting her to get back there. But
in replay mode here, looking at what happened to Nate, looked like there was a big checkup. Or he just got a really good push on the draft. Oh, yeah, there's just no room. He actually almost saved it.
oh no, but he came up into him though. He on the bottom line. Is that what I'm not seeing there? Sorry, I'm watching the Twitch replay.
Yeah, it looks like the bottom line faded up a little bit. Hunsbury might have just bumped him.
Ah, it's shits. Hopefully he's back at there.
So under yellow flag conditions again here, the brand new Talladega.
So changing the pit cycle again. Halfway through the race now, 19 laps.
Now this is interesting because I'm assuming these guys are going to pit. We never looked at the points standings. I'll throw the points up there while I wait for this pit cycle. Randy Watt currently in first overall, followed by Brian Wolf, Denny Karl, Graham McDonald, Greg Level, Dan Level, Jeff Goodpasser, Larry D, Brian Level, Adam Simonic, Chris Elliott, and Josh Chu round out your top 12 championship contenders. But as you can see there, we have a tie for 6th, and we also have a tie for 7th. What would be 7th between Larry D and Brian Level, and what would be 6th between Dan Level and Jeff Goodpasser. So tight racing up there, and Wolf is only 2 points away from Waugh for first position. So it looks like these guys opt to stay out because they did just pit, and you're going to want that track position. And Greg is definitely going to want these laps. These are free laps to lead for him. He's currently got 10. You do get bonus points for leading a lap, and then more bonus points for leading the most laps.
So, right, Randy Watt currently. No, he's not. Sir, who was in the front there? That is Greg. So yes, he's been the one. He's been taking the most laps so far.
So far, it's Greg with 10. Yep.
Nice. Every point counts, like you say.
Check out the Twitch feed, buddy. That's what we look like, buddy.
Oh, hey, guys. Really nice of you to have us on there. Look at our sweet faces. Nice beard, dude.
Oh, buddy. Out here just calling a race, buddy. It's funny because remember Brian last week said he had something in store that he thought we'd think was pretty funny? That was in his video.
I saw his video. That was great. That's perfect.
Oh, hey, guy.
Bud. I'm not your guy, buddy. I'm not your buddy, pal.
So take Terrence and Phillip, put beards on them, and you got the BB team of Blaine and Brad.
For sure. This would get a lot more PG-18 on the turbo feed.
Yeah.
Because my head immediately went to 1,000 places that aren't fit for
the main broadcast now, especially when it comes to Terrence and Phillip. I can't even quote anything they say.
I can't even I can't say anything. I'm like I could do a pretty good Terrence and Phillip, but I can't do it here.
Nope. That's funny.
Oh, Terrence, you're such a fart face. No, I can't do it. No,
you can't do it. Nope.
Nope.
I love the Canadian accent on South Park because it's not even the stereotype, right? Like it's no dude about it, right? Like that's usually what it is. But on South Park, it's so on the other side of that. It makes no sense.
Shrill. Hey
there, buddy. What's going on, guy?
All the Canadian vehicles have square tires.
Well, and Terrence and Phillip don't even have like a jawbone. Their head just sits on top of the bottom of their head. It's like split directly in half and just floats around when they talk.
Yeah, that's all Canadians, matter of fact, right?
Yep. Any Canadian on South Park looks like the detached head, yeah.
Right, and then there was the one with the Canadian devil. Because we have our own devil up here, of course.
Yeah, because he had the head, the same mouth.
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
They're still putting that show out, right? I've lost track of it.
They are. Well, you picked up the game recently. They are
Yes.
still putting it out, but you picked up that one. I'm trying to get used to keep playing through it because I know you're a busy guy and there's lots to do. But my goodness,
It's really
that's
funny.
some of the funniest R-rated gameplay, especially as you get on. Like, the further you get in, it's Jen's working her way through it, and yeah.
Are you talking about the stick of truth, or are you talking about the fractured but whole?
Both.
Oh, both of them, yeah.
Both of them are the fractured but whole. Yes,
But
as in,
whole.
but they are still whole.
Yeah.
Yes,
They aren't
that's
fractured.
PG. That's the kind of South Park we can get away with on.
Hey man, that's why
tongue in cheek.
they know how to name their stuff so they can get around all the censors. Where is he? I'm looking for Mingus. Gary Mingus into 12. Thank you very much again, sir, for the renders that you created this evening.
Fantastic.
3D Studio Max. I didn't know we had it because Jeffrey was talking to me about the renders because we've lost touch with Craig, and he was doing the renders in Blender, and I can do it, but it's a process, and I've got a lot of other stuff to take care of too. And I'm like, man, I don't know, like who else do we know that can do renders? And then out of nowhere, Gary has 3D Studio Max.
Even that software name throwing me back. I haven't used that in probably close to a decade. I remember that was one of the premier tools to use.
I think it still is.
Is it? I'm sure back then I must have pirated it somewhere just to try it out as a
And
starving
Cinema
artist.
4D is another one.
Oh,
G'day,
yeah,
56.
But anyway,
Mark, you guess, sir. Real quick. 30 seconds.
Oh man, BSR Steven, what's going on, man?
Hey, we're just right in the middle of this thing.
Oh, I see. I gotta find you. Dun, dun, dun. How's your race going tonight?
Oh, it's going great. We're staying out of trouble so far.
I can't find BSR. What number?
He's next to that good looking 56. And left position.
Yeah. Am I not seeing it?
He's in that one.
There it is. Branstead. I'm looking
Yeah.
for it. I couldn't find it. Okay, so why is the render different? Because our render for the 510 doesn't show that car. It actually shows a different one, I think.
He might. There's two of them up there. He might have rendered the other one.
Right.
It's not. So that's probably why. I just want to give a quick shout out to Steven with you guys real quick. You get ready to go green. I didn't notice that, but we have one more lap. We'll bring Steven back down here, guys.
Well, I just want to say, Steven, are you part of this next All-Star race? Because you did win the last one.
I haven't made it in yet, but I haven't given up.
Yeah, right on. Well, you won the last one, so you got to get in there and win the next one.
for continuity.
We'll get you in. Brad and I have some tricks up.
Provisionals for past champions.
That's
Exactly,
what, you know
yeah.
what?
Just
there it is.
save this man a spot at the front of the line. He'll be good. Just get him in there.
Well, that was a short interview, Steve, but yeah, man, thanks for joining us and good luck the rest of this race. It looks like you guys are going to go green here real quick, so thanks for speaking with us on such short time constraints.
Right about now. All right, let's try this again. A little more
Sorry,
space
Steve.
between everybody.
I couldn't find him. I'm like, I painted the car and I couldn't find it. Where's the 510? Where's the 510? I'm like looking from the 56 to the 63. I'm like, no, not 51. 510. Anyway, thanks, Steven.
Already
Yeah,
three wide on the backstretch.
I owe him a new car. I painted that for him like 3 years ago.
Right? He's going to start to think that maybe this guy can only paint one car.
I'm good for one a year, and he got it.
I'm creatively bankrupt. Leave me be. I've got no more. Can't do colors.
I got nothing left yet.
The tank is empty.
So Greg level Denny Carroll currently.
Make a third happen, but no takers. Back down to the middle. Or is that? Oh, Jeff Elliott. That's who it was. There he goes. He's found the outside again.
Yep, Jeff will do it. Door to
Now
door.
he's got some followers behind him. Oh, and they're splitting in front. They saw the same idea, but I think he's going to try and find another line.
Ooh.
He's all over the place.
Jeff slid back down to the bottom now. He was on the top. Now he's on the bottom, right behind Randy Waugh. If anybody's going to go with him.
Well, he's no fool. Jeff knows that the bottom is, in fact, the shortest distance.
Let's see how close these guys are here on this camera angle. Watch them touching each other going down the back. Well, a little bit of space there. Top line there being led by Garland Oaks in the 67, Dr. Pepper. Behind him, Mercurio in the 99, trying to get a high line going.
We got somebody in YouTube chat. Azo Keefe is let's go 931. Robert Breedlove. That guy is one of the best I've seen, is what he says. And yes, I agree. He is a fantastic racer. We have a really good. The amount of good racers in this league is astounding. I mean, everything bumps and crap happens and stuff, but in general, the fact that we have races that go green fully speaks volumes.
Well, even a guy like
and squirrely, sorry.
Yeah, even a guy like Breedlove too, who now is 3 wide at the top of the track. I rarely ever see him miss a race.
No, it's dedication, right? You got a good place to play with a good set of dudes, guys and gals. I think in general you're gonna get, you're gonna get good repeat customers who know, like, hey,
dude, this looks like it's almost 4 wide back here.
It's getting done there.
Yeah, like the leagues are great. Like we need to find like a league or a clan or whatever you want to call it for that ready or not game we're playing, because that would be a riot if you could get 10 dudes in a room on the same page. But I don't know about first person shooters. You're just going to get that Rambo guy. I don't want that.
No, you want everyone to be on the same page, right?
Mm-hmm. Wow, this guy's
left at the front here. I'm looking for that top line to make a big push and sneak on by them there.
Yeah, they're getting it stacked up there. There's 3 of them there. We've got Oaks, Mercurio, Breedlove, and Chris Elliott in that 99, in that number 9 Doritos car, trying to get that. Do you want to ride on board with Chris and do a crank it up here?
I think so. I just have to say that Tide car, just, I don't know, it tugs at my like 80s nostalgia.
I love it.
Like probably the amount of Tide commercials that we watched while cartoons were playing, because that's where they advertise products to moms while the kids are watching, or action figures. It was like household products or action figures. But anyways, there's something about the color scheme in that car that goes, oh man, that's a really sharp looking car. Like, that's what a Tide bottle should look like.
That's it. Yeah, if you're going to have a Tide Pod for breakfast, at least you know it's coming out of one of the most colorful boxes on the shelf.
Exactly.
These guys, wow. I do not want to go into an in-car view right now. These guys are knotted up like crazy.
Yeah, I think maybe you will, maybe if you go with like a pit cycle or something.
Well, it's coming up because I just saw McDonald go down to the pits. They're starting a third line again. This third line comes and goes.
You were talking about that being 30 laps.
Mm-hmm. Well, he went in the last lap, so I don't know if he needed to go. Oh, there goes another. I think that was Mingus headed to the pits. Let's get on board with the 9. And, well, they're fanning out again. 2 cars just tagged the wall.
Oh, I know. I'm just focused on Jeff Elliott in the middle of a pack of 3. There's like a 9 cube, 9 by, it's 3 by 3, sorry. A 9 cars cube, and it's just like, it was just.
Wow, man. Yeah,
crazy.
we can't do a crank it up right now. This is wild. These guys are looking to, I think they're trying to get down to the bottom because they know the pit cycles are coming. Mercurio just made the big move to the bottom, but then went back up to the middle. Wolf hit the apron and got shot up the track back into the middle.
Oh, absolutely. Look at that. He's getting below there. Danny Karl staying out front there. He's going to get some points.
Yep.
He's obviously confident in the fuel. I think. You think he's going to? I don't know if he's going to go for 31. I don't know, or if he's going to push it at 30 and.
Well, see, I'm thinking under yellow when these guys are clutching as well. You're saving fuel under yellow because of lower RPM, and they're also clutching, so they could stretch this. I don't know how far they can stretch it, but lap number 30, we're definitely they will need to pit before the end of the race. So when they pit, that's the question. A bunch of guys have already gone, and now that's going to be lap traffic coming up on McDonald right here, right now in the 24.
Oh,
here they
breaking for the pit. There they go. Jeff staying out to hold a lap. In the YouTube chat, we got somebody say, America the Great. This is a live one. Yes, so we are in fact live. You would like one of our other watchers, Canada, not so bad, and you. They're not great, but they're all right. That's all right. It's a terrible joke. Anyways.
I think there's a really good joke there.
There's something like
we need to work
America
on it.
the Great, but there's no one there. Canada isn't. We don't have like Canada the Great. We're like Canada the meh.
Like Canada, eh?
Yeah, like Canada could be worse.
Yeah.
How about it?
Canada, like cold, eh?
We're not Iran. That's our slogan.
Yeah. Oh man, this thing keeps clicking out on me, and I dislike it. I'm just talking about my internet.
Oh, the feed just like a little bit of drop there. Yeah.
So weird. Yeah, just.
I think you may have to give Ma Bell a call there and talk about some actual fiber. I know you couldn't use them before because they were on the telephone line, but if they actually have the fiber optics, then maybe the ones you need to look with. As much as I despise any of the big telecom, Telus, Bell,
especially in a pit cycle at the end of the race, like why are we having issues now with the internet? You know, Jeffrey Elliott in the 56 is currently leading this race, and he has led 3 laps and has 2 pit stops. So Jeffrey will need to pit again. Am I wrong on that? I believe
no, you're not wrong.
2.
You're just
you need to make 3 pit stops. So he has to go down pit road.
2 pit stops. Pit stop 1 is at lap 13. That gets you to 26. Pit stop at 26 gets you to 39.
So he's made
this
2
is This is a 2 pit race. You pit at 13, you pit at 26.
Nope, here he comes.
Really? Because if it's 13, so
ooh, he might get black flagged on that one. He hit that cone at about 88 miles an hour, not 50, which
behind
is the
him,
speed
he
limit.
got spun out too.
I saw that, yeah.
Who is that?
That's the 388 level, the 091 of Sean Dotson. Just slide into view there.
But
I'm curious.
So I'm saying, so if I had to get to 39 laps, so I get fuel at 26. Now 26 plus 13 is 39. I don't need to pit after lap 26.
No, I just can't remember because it said he pitted twice because there was a yellow flag condition there too. So some guys will come down just to do a top up, right? So it won't really be a full run.
Yeah. That's it.
You want me to call?
TC, what's up with you, sir? You're tuned in to Tarnation TV. We are live broadcasting Talladega Nights racing on the YouTubes. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just chatting with
KCTC. That's a lot of letters.
It is.
So I don't know. Should we call?
Spell something bad. So good, like.
Oh, yellow flag is in the air.
Let's see. Where did you get the ticker? The ticker is custom made. Oh, sorry,
why are my flags not working?
No, my flags were. The ticker is custom. Mr. Blaine Donlan, the creator of Tarnation TV.
That's me.
He HTML'd and cyber hacked the game and made it futuristic with his ticker powers. I don't fully know. He's able to explain it better, but yeah, he punched it up and he put some lipstick on this pig, and look at where we are.
So basically, what happened is trying to find the cause of the yellow. Oh, it looks like Garland Oaks and Adam Simonik got tied up. So what the ticker is custom. A guy named in the community Peter Dickent from I think he's from Germany. like 15 something between 15 and 20 years ago made this HTML thing that was able to collect data from a live game. So you can use this ticker in an AI race as well. As long as it's happening live, it'll take that data and do exactly that. And it looks like garbage initially, but I know some HTML, like Brad was saying, and I'm able to make it look pretty like that.
Mm-hmm.
That
and
wreck was very strange.
$500.
£5 million
Act now.
sterling. Act now. Act now. Here we're
Get
watching
your tickets
slow
before they're all
motion.
gone.
Yeah, get your ticket. Oh, see, just a little bit off on the bump there. Brian Wolf.
Oh.
Brian, I think, was okay, though. Oh, maybe not. No, that took Brian out. Brian went, well, Brian's definitely going to get a speed. Wow, where's he going? He's going for a drive. Brian's able to drive that across the grass and not spin out? Holy moly. He kept that off the wall and used the entire lawn to do it.
Right?
That is
Slow down.
insane.
Yeah, he made sure they don't drive over the Fluid Studios logo.
Yeah,
We just got
that's
that
it.
painted.
Yeah.
That's a no-go. He avoided that, but he got it in the shot too, which I like. That's the picture right there. Fluid Studios as he's burning out across the lawn.
Yeah, that, man. you
grab
have
a
no...
snapshot as it come up there. Just, a freeze frame.
You have no idea
You're
how
gonna
hard
frame
it
this
is.
one and put it above his computer right here. Wait for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
it's
have-
out of the camera angle, but
You have no idea how hard it is to drive on the grass in this game. And he was doing like 160 miles an hour.
I'm assuming, basically trying to not touch the wheels at all and just let it do its thing.
Yeah, you got to really, keep a little bit of power in the wheels. And he probably got a speeding ticket because he did hit the commitment cone at like full speed, 190 mile an hour. But he's back there in 17th position. Back to the race leader here. I'm curious. I get hold of Jeffrey. I'm just going to ask him. Hey, Jeffrey,
we're going back.
this is the Tarnation TV Winnebago. Over. I get him on whisper here. I can hear you now. Curious, we watched you on that last pit cycle hit the line at about 90 miles an hour. Did you get a black flag for speeding on pit road?
Oh, no.
Sorry, say again?
I'm sorry, but up there in the booth, they're very loud here right now. We're trying to figure all this out. But no, I didn't get caught for speeding on that. I'm surprised. You said I hit that at 90?
Yeah, it was about 88, 90 mile an hour. Yep.
That's a Grant Wesley pit stop right there.
If I've ever seen one, yep. The old Grant Wesley.
Boy, guys, just to let you know, I might run out of gas. You know me. I'm all about the gas, right?
We're watching, man. Yeah, good luck. We'll be watching. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm going to bring somebody down there real quick while we're under yellow here.
Roger that. Yeah, black flag into the pits. The pit road speed limit here is 55. I was curious about the flag situation because he hit that he was over 80 when he hit that commitment cone. And you can see Jeff now. Oh, John Godfrey. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Phenomenal job on this track, dude.
Thank you, Blaine.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that. And Brad, thank you.
So I was looking, you could see it's even got weeds in the grass now, where it used to be just I can see no. It's
the attention to detail.
It looks amazing.
Thank you. It's long overdue. Talladega Nights now officially has its own home.
And thanks for the pace cars as well. I've never really thought about even switching those around, but it's cool to have new officials and new pace cars and brand new tracks. And the red is not obnoxious on those walls, which is nice. That could have been, let's just say, if you went with fire engine red, we would have had to have some words.
Well, we just pulled it out of the Talladega Nights, the red out of the Talladega Nights logo, so it would match up.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really, really cool. There's a hauler in the infield that I found. Is there any other Easter eggs that are super hidden here?
Oh, come on, man! You got to go looking for them.
I knew it. I knew he was going to say that. I was drone
camera.
I was flying around and I found the hauler. I put that in the new intro. And I know he's got other stuff in here because we got the Rodney Sullins Winnebago up in the corner, up in the turn there in the Winnebago corner. And I'm like, there's something here.
Well, yeah,
I gotta
you
find
see
it.
what they put beside the Winnebago? I saw the one new Easter egg. There's that 55-gallon drum of lube. So those Sullen fans are going to get up to some kind of nonsense up there, filling it on the track.
You be careful with your drone when you're up there by those Sullen fans. They'll throw a beer bottle and knock your drone out of the sky.
A rowdy bunch.
I have to figure out how to film that. That would be really funny if I could do that.
The drone falls out of the sky.
Yeah, I don't know how I could do it. There's got to be a way I could figure out how to make that work. But yeah, man, like how long did it take to put this together? Because you sent me an email a little while back and asked for like the assets and stuff for the logos, and I, whatever, just send them over. And then here this thing comes like a month later. So how long were you actually working on this?
It was probably a little over a month, and average maybe 3-4 hours a day. So do the math, it's over 100 hours, but
wow.
Time, and that's just for a facelift. So time consuming, but very rewarding when it turns out looking like this.
Yeah. I love the billboards, and the billboards are different under race conditions too, which is kind of neat.
The big screen, the big screen goes to that Talladega Nights.
Driving by it right now, actually. This gigantic thing. Fluid Studios is up there too. Of course, Rodney Sullins paints. And that big screen will change from race conditions and practice conditions and everything else. But yeah, I found that out before when I was changing MIP files that it's crazy the amount of stuff that's actually in here when you pull up those.
It was crazy when I started looking for all the things that needed to be changed out with logos from other leagues and such, and put Talladega Nights on it. Yeah, there was a lot in there.
Who added the billboard to the back straightaway?
I did that.
Oh, so you're able to actually add physical models into the game too?
Yes. In fact, I had to do that, Wayne, and you can count them as we go around. Each and every light had to be planted on the light pole. So.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that. Yeah, because this isn't originally a night track under the lights. Yeah, Sandbox. I hear it's a lot of fun. I've probably talked to you about Sandbox before. How there's no undo options and it crashes a lot. And
I refer to it as a cruel mistress, and it is. Yes.
Yeah. I want to get into it, but I don't, because it's just another rabbit hole I won't be able to get it out of.
Looks like it's gonna end under this.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, it looks like that was it.
He had just enough fuel in the tank.
The yellow flag helped Jeffrey. Anyway, thanks for talking to us, John. Thanks a lot for the track, and we'll focus on Jeff here because he won again on fumes.
All right, thank you guys.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Congrats on the awesome work.
Thanks.
Jeff, are you here?
Oh my goodness gracious! Well, you guys can work the rest of the interviews. Do fourth place up to the podium, and I'll be waiting for you to get all these congratulations. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Anyway, you can pull everybody down to the account, right?
Yep, no problem. Go do your burnout. I hope you got enough gas left.
Right. Make it quick.
All right, go there. All right, here I go for the burnout. Good like that.
Jeffrey Elliott, your race winner under yellow. Some cars were lapped down. That's why the extra laps were added to the yellow flag condition there. And thanks to John for talking to us.
Right? I was waiting to see if it was going to go back to green, but then it got to 37. I'm like, oh, I guess not.
No, yeah, if it doesn't go on 30, if the lights don't go out on 36, I guess it would be over.
Yeah, I was going to get this stuff for the one lap finale, eh? But all right. Oh, he stalled. Oh no, he didn't.
There he goes.
Oh no, he's just a little bit in the tank. How many more laps? You got two more.
Just enough gas to light him up and melt it place to the ground. You gonna do a wall burnout?
Yeah, it looks like it. Till the tires and the tank is gone.
Yeah. Your race winner, the number 56 of Jeffrey Elliott. Wow, well, what a race that was.
Absolutely. I have to say, I wasn't paying attention to who finished
Well,
behind him.
we're talking to John, and I'm like, oh, race is over.
And then I'm going to go back that up and see what happened, because I feel like we should at least acknowledge the other people who are patiently driving in line and behind the pit car.
Yeah, patiently driving in line, patiently obeying the rules.
Stay put. I know you want to pass them. Don't you?
Yeah, don't do it. You just get black flagged. That's all that would happen.
Yeah, right.
We are currently working on collecting the data to display on the screen.
Nate Balser.
Who was fourth?
That was. Oh, hold on. I got to go back to that.
I did save the export. I didn't know if you were still staring at the screens or not.
I was, yeah. I had just gone by it. I'm just trying to.
I'll get it here in a second. Fourth. Brandstetter.
I just had it. Oh, okay.
Yes, Liebe. Hey, Stephen. Welcome back. Fourth place finish.
Yeah, boy, that was a good race.
Yeah, it came down to, unfortunately, ending under yellow, but as always, it seems to be like a fuel thing. How is your fuel looking?
I was actually going to make it, but I was pretty close.
Oh, right on. That's good.
Yeah, Jeff and I pitted at the same time there at the last pit stop, and we took on the same amount of fuel, but he was leading, so he used a little more, so he was worried.
He's been having some problems the last few weeks with gas. He's run out a few times, but yeah, sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. But fourth place finish. I'm just pulling up the stats for if I can find one of my many computer screens. Trying to see where you're landing here in the overall standings for the league. But I need to go to the Talladega Nights webpage to see that. There we go. I'm on fire. Current standings after 3. Brandstetter.
I'd missed the first 2 races.
Oh, I see that there. Yeah, you got your 2 provisionals in the first 2 races. So, yeah, you're sitting in 27th after 3 races. So this will bump you up.
Oh, yeah. This will help a bunch.
Is your schedule allow you to hit the next few races, or what's it looking like on Thursday nights?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to make them. I've had some work issues that has kept me from racing, and I think I'm past all that.
Work.
Always getting in the way of stuff.
Especially anything for fun.
Right?
Yeah. That's like, I'm so tired. I wouldn't be if I didn't have to work all the time.
Yeah, if I didn't need this stupid money to buy this darn food, I'd be all right.
Yeah, pay for the internet, the hydro bill, and everything else. But yeah, man, thanks for talking to us a couple times tonight. That was pretty cool. I don't know why I couldn't find your car before. I was looking for the 51 when you're actually the 510. But and you know what? Thanks for still running that car I painted for you like 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, we may have to do an update here one of these days.
I told Brad that. I'm like, I feel like I owe this guy a new paint job because that thing, I threw that down.
It's
probably,
getting rusty.
Yeah, it's dirty. It's definitely got some bumps on it. But yeah, I could spruce it up a bit. I gotta. What sponsor do you want?
I'll have to send you something. I got a shake and bake sponsor.
Yeah, because that's the one that's on there now.
Yeah, but it's a different shake and bake.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, right on. Yeah, send me something. I haven't painted a car in a while, so maybe I'll dust off the old car templates and whip up a new 510.
Yeah, this is my championship car. I hate to give it up, but I think it's time.
That is true. Yeah, like you won the All-Star race with that thing, and But yeah, do you race 510 in every league?
Yes.
Yeah, right on. Keep it consistent. But yeah, man, like I said, thanks again. You got any shout-outs you want to toss down? We'll move on to the podium finishers.
Yeah, I'd like to give you guys a shout out. This is a heck of a deal. And John on the track, making the track up. This is fantastic.
Yeah, everything ramped up the last week or two. Is wild. Very, very cool. Very fun community to be a part of.
You bet. Oh. You bet. Friendship is just unbelievable.
Sorry, Brad, you going to say something?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just saying it's a lot of fun. Everyone's always in a good mood coming out and having a good time. And it's always fun to be a part of this. Looking forward to it for something to do on Thursday nights. I'm like, you know what? I got stuff.
Yeah, we're booked. All right, Stephen, thanks again. Have a good night, buddy. We'll see you here next week, hopefully.
You bet. You guys have a good night, too.
Right on. Now we're looking for Nate. Where's Nate? The 079 and Nate Balser in the house. Third place finish with a qualifying first, man.
Yeah. That was nice getting the pole there. And boy, I got a couple of scrapes and ended up end of the longest line. I was surprised. I really was.
It seemed a little hectic there, especially for most of the race, actually. But like the first 10 laps, like Brad and I were watching, and it's just like you got the pole position, you lead the race for a couple laps, then you're back in like 13th, then you're back up to second again. This is like lap 7.
Yeah, it happened pretty quick. I was like, I was in the lead, doing great. Bam, you're in the 15th, and said, okay, all right, this is gonna be a fight here. It's gonna be a battle. I'm good. I'm up for it.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun to watch. Did it feel hectic out there? Because it looked hectic watching it. Like everybody was just kind of
holding my breath a few times.
Yeah,
it was. I mean, we got so close, and a couple of wrecks could have happened that didn't happen, and it was like just total edge of your seat. I mean, it was like nerve-wracking almost. And but they saved a few wrecks there, and we made it through again.
Yeah, there was some crazy moves by a couple guys to not wreck, and we're waiting for it to happen. Like, wow, how did that not turn into a wreck? And that was the thing, how hectic the race was. There was no big accident. There was no big one.
But it was, like he said, it was hectic. And, being in the car there in the heat of the moment, it was nerve-wracking there for a few times. I'll definitely go with that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're going to have to get you and the crew to do a new Grand Marshal call, because now that we've changed the location of the track and the name of the track, we went and Jeffrey did the call this race. So if you want to get the girls together again and do another one,
we'd love it. I'm going to get my third daughter in it too. I've got 3 daughters, so we'll get Alexandra to join us.
Oh, cool. Yeah, right on. Yeah, that'd be good because you guys did burnt screwdrivers in whatever city that was in. I can't remember because they always change the city name to match the league. But that'll be good, man. You got any shoutouts you want to toss down before we move on to Alex?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Jerry and Kathy, my sister Lisa, my wife Angela, and my daughters for watching. You're my biggest fans, and I appreciate your support. It means a lot to me to have you guys there. And I give a special shout out to you and Brad. You guys are the best of the best. Fantastic, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, they were watching tonight. We had some Balser action in the YouTube chatter as always. So
it's good to know. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you for showing up, because if there was nobody here, we'd have nothing to do. So we'll see you next Thursday.
Listening to crickets.
Pretty much. Broadcasting to no one. Story of my life. Thanks again, man. Have a good night.
Take care. Have a good night, bro.
Nate Balser, your third place finisher. Alex Moe. The 48 of Alex Moe qualified in 28th and finished in second, dude.
How about it?
Let's see.
What's happening, guys?
Oh, cool. Your mic's not muted this time. Your mic was muted in the driver intro, so.
Yeah, I still had it muted from playing PlayStation last night.
Oh, man. You should hear Brad trying to get his mic working every day.
Yeah, I keep mine muted for the sake of humanity. So only that Blaine has to hear it.
Yeah.
For a little $40 wireless headset, this thing does what I need it to do.
Perfect.
Yeah, was it watching a wild race today, and there was no big one, which we were kind of surprised about. We were just talking with Nate about. It seemed like a lot of movement on the track today, and there's really no big crash and burn.
Well, I think I wasn't here last week, but I know last week's race went caution free, I believe, and tonight was another good race. You know, we all want to see it stay green. You know, a lot of guys can, you know, you either win the race or lose it in the pits, the green flag pit stops. You know, you gotta be able to keep the draft, and you know, there were a few small things that happened in front of me. You know, guys checking up on the restart, a couple wrecks, just had to dodge a few things. Wasn't too heinous of a race.
Yeah, 3. I just rolled down there on the export. We got 3 cautions for a total of 12 laps because we had some lap down cars. But yeah, I mean, again, fuel strategy. Jeff's always cutting it so close on fuel. It looks like he wants to drive around the grass just to take the shortest line around the track. Were you good on fuel? Were you like totally solid to make it all the way to the end?
Oh, you'll hear from Jeff his fuel situation. He might not have made it if it stayed green. It was right on the border on that last green flag stop to be able to take 1 can or half a can. And last second I was like, I'm going to go for half a can because I did top off on the caution before that. I definitely would have made it if the race stayed green. Jeffrey Elliott, he might not have, but, you know, the caution, you know, bailed all of us out. I tried to give him a run there at the end, just the two of us, and you know, I'll take second place any day. I need the points, so.
Yeah, points are always good. I'm just looking at the points right now.
Like 23rd or something.
Yeah, you're down in 23rd. Yeah, and you had a couple. You've already used up your 2 provisionals the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, hey, so like you said, though, a second place finish gets you right back up there.
Yes, sir. I'll take that any night. You know, this is a series where you have to race consistent to make the playoffs. I'd rather be consistent and make the playoffs than win one race and not make the playoffs. You know, my goal in all 3 series, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday now, is to make the playoffs. So we'll see how it goes. We still got 5-6 weeks to go. So
nice, yeah, man. Well, good luck on the future. Hopefully, we see you here next. Excuse me. Hopefully, we see you here next Thursday because you got no provisionals left.
Yeah, I think I have 1 left on Saturday, but. Yeah, I used up all my free time. Now I gotta do the work to make the playoffs, and I did what I needed to do tonight at least, so I'm happy about that.
Right on, man.
Nice.
You got any shout-outs you want to toss down?
I guess it's good to see you guys. I haven't been interviewed in a while. Thanks for all you do. You know, Elliott's, the Dixons, Ken Roberts, the Lavells, you know, they all their combined efforts make this place run. Just want to thank them. Shout out to my grandpa if he's watching, my roommate, anyone else's family and friends out there that are watching. Hope we gave you guys a good show. Thanks for the interview, guys. Appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Right on, man. Thanks for
I'm gonna go race open speedway with some of these guys right now at Michigan.
Oh, geez. All right. Good luck in Michigan.
Busy night.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good night. Good to see you.
Rock and roll, buddy.
See you.
Yes, sir.
This guy won the race. The 56, Jeffrey Elliott.
This guy. We know
this guy, right here, driving the sponsored Talladega Nights Chevy Camaro, number 56 out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Victory Lane, baby.
I like your brand new name in TeamSpeak, Jeffrey Elliotten.
Yes, when I was talking and to different people throughout everything, it kind of, that's the key I was hitting, which is
the N key.
My whisper key to the admin has a couple letters to my last name. So maybe
nice.
That.
So we were talking with the other guys about the fuel situation, and you're always right on the line with the gas. If it didn't go yellow, were you going to make it?
No.
Wow. Again.
You know, well, I'm talking to Steven. I got, it was Dan, but myself, Steven. I think who else behind us. we had 4 extra laps compared to all those other guys that pitted earlier because we went topped off again. And I'm like, you know, I'm gonna run this. They're all going in. I got 4 laps. We're talking. And I said, they go, all right, you have to let us know when you want to go in. You're leading us. I'm like, so I got down to about 2 and it clicked to 1 right before that 1 lap to go or whatever it was before I ran out. So I said, let's go in now. You know, being the first guy, you don't want to bottle up the guys behind you. So I got a little nervous. I hit that line about, you said 90s, 80, 90 miles.
It was in between 90 and 80. Yeah, 80 and 90. Yep.
And I did a Grant Wesley. Grant, if you're watching this, Grant Wesley special, but he does it better. You don't go in the grass. I even went in the grass.
Yeah.
I was surprised I could get black flag. But yeah, man, I came out and let's see what happened. Hit the line, stayed green. I'm like, yeah, baby. And then I'm looking, I'm like, damn, this race is almost over. It goes by so quick, Wayne. It's like, I thought we had another 15 laps to go. But hey, I came out. I'm looking, I'm still in first. I got the bad boy, Alex. Congratulations to Alex as well, second place. And Nate Meister, congratulations for third. You know, there was some mayhem out there this week, you know, definitely different last week's race. But yeah, I'm like, here I am. You saw me blocking them. I was blocking them all kinds of crazy blocks. But yeah, I'll take it, man.
That paid off.
Yeah, you never know these crazy races. I was off the pace lap with Ray and KD and Adam. We're back off the pace. First 10 laps of this race at least. So to win it, you never know.
So I noticed something in the standings on the grid, how there's a little red triangle on some of the drivers after certain races. What's that mean?
On the track?
No, like on the point standing chart. Like Gary Mingus race 1, 139 points, and there's a little red corner on it.
Oh, that's well, if it's normal score looking, was it white or yellow? It's normal. If there's a little red, that's something I need to take off the cell that was previous on there from last season. So if I don't clear those comments for that cell, then that shows like obviously it was a previous penalty for another driver, maybe from last season. So yeah, I need to go in there.
Oh, something else is just showing through from the background. Gotcha. So there's another question for you. Race number 1 of the I'm on Fire series. You're in red, so that means you got penalized.
I got penalized. I put mostly that on me. I didn't cause the wreck, but from what I remember, people were going in the pit. People are flying through the middle. I'm out of gas or running out of gas, so I'd go to the wall to get out of everybody's way. I chucked up everybody. I think caused a little extra to that wreck, so I took the blame for it. And I didn't go take my penalty, so I got a 1 lap penalty. So.
Oh, gotcha. Well, now you won the race, so that'll get you back in there because right now you're sitting in 25th coming into this one, so that'll give you a good bump winning this thing.
It's not been a good start for sure, but you know, starting a new series, I really focus on the drivers that come in here and helping them out and getting them situated with everything. So to me, where I finish doesn't really matter. First couple weeks here, but I will start and working with you guys throughout the broadcast. Being such a short race, I got a 20-second interview with Steven in, so that was embarrassing. Sorry about that, but it's time to go. It's time to get going here. We're getting in the middle of the season, so I definitely want to at least make it, you know, top 12. Do have a win, so if I make top 20, I'm in. So we got that over with. I give you a little bit more help to get to the championship. So how did you guys like the race?
It was
good. More exciting than not more exciting than last week. There was a lot more 3 wide, the 9 cube. Like it was literally watching you in the middle, and there was like you were one of 3 wide with 3 in front and 3 behind, or 2 rows with 3 behind you. And I'm like, this is insane. Like this look literally just like a cube block of cars driving down the 3 wide, and no one was flinching, and that was insane. That was a lot of fun.
Well, you know, Brad, you know me. If I'm going to go up the middle, I'm going up the middle, right? I'm not holding back. I actually went to the middle to start another lane, and everybody went back to the inside, but they were getting ready to go to pits. So I kind of went from like second back down to 15th again. But you never know what's going to happen. But I go for it, man. I love the outside. I love the middle. I love any of these lanes. They all work pretty good now. So,
Well, I'm just looking at it too. Like nothing stayed for very long. Like you'd have that 3 wide block for half a lap, and then it'd be 2 more rows, and then nothing, and big gap, railroad, and some guy gets left behind. Like everything was changing so fast. It was really hard to keep track of everything because it was just such a frantic feeling tonight.
It was definitely crazy. I got some reviews to do with the admins. We had a lot of, I don't know, some pit issues and things happen on the track. But yeah, it's when you only got 38 laps, and then you got a lot of them under the caution, you only got so much time to make it up. So, we might go with the 47 blame. We got to talk about that. These guys are really pushing for that to make it a little bit longer, which is what, 9 more laps than what we're doing now. So to make it a little bit, they go by so quick, and which is good. There's a lot of action, but we look forward all week to do this, and before you know it, like I said, it's over in 30, 35 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a quick race, even with some caution. So we'll talk about that. But hey, it's our first season. We didn't know what to expect with driver count, and
just crank it up to 100%.
Guys, if you're listening, man, you gotta watch this broadcast. Blaine just said we'll go 100%. But if you want to stay up until tomorrow morning, hey,
it'd be like a 4-hour race.
4-hour race.
Yeah.
We'll only do it if you guys go green the whole way. That's the only way we'll do it.
Yeah, and I gotta head down to the right 8 and pick up one of those donuts to sit on.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go for a rip there, Brad. We'll just put no yellows on and just run.
Oh, jeez, that'd be amazing.
There you go. That's how you get it all done right there.
Brad and I have said it too. We'll broadcast a figure 8 race if you guys want to do a demo derby.
We got a lot of special events coming up. Hey, I want to do a couple of shout outs because I want to brought Mr. Gary Mingus down here to just speak real quick on what he's done for us. So I want to give a shout out to all the admins out here on every series of Talladega Nights for all the hard work you put in. Thanks for all your help, guys. It takes a lot of us to do this. This is a full-time job, and without the good help around myself and the admins like Tarnation TV, Blaine, you do so much for us. These guys don't have no idea what extra stuff you do besides broadcast to make this happen. Brian Wolf, Fluid Studios, with the killer videos he puts out for us. Now we have Gary Mingus. I brought him in here. I'm gonna let him speak here in a second. And Craig, all the work he's done over the season, and now Gary stepping up with the renders again. It takes all this to make this happen. So I'm just kind of a guy that kind of keeps everybody on the same page. So want to thank everybody. Shout out to my dad. I love you, man. And that's pretty much it. I want to tell all the guys that came out tonight and this weekend and coming up, man, we got a lot of racing to go. So hope to see y'all on the track. And pretty much all I have to say, thanks to you guys at Tarnation TV. I'd like to let you talk to Gary about these renders real quick. So thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, Gary.
Thank you. Good race, bud.
Kudos. I'll take it, man. Gary, the floor is yours. Blaine, blow this guy up. He deserves a lot of praise for what he's done in a short notice. So, Brad, have a great weekend. Blaine, you too. And we'll get together on a schedule for the King of Kings, Ronnie Sullivan's race, team race, all-star race. These things I like to broadcast when you can down the road after the season. So, we got some talking to do about some of those races.
Cool.
All right, fellas. I will talk to you guys soon. Gary, thanks for coming out, buddy.
I'm here, bud.
Right on, man.
Good night, guys.
The last minute decision on the renders, dude, like overnight. How quickly did you put all these cars together?
Well, I just got through. I had to update 2 or 3 of them here later on this evening, but from start to finish to set up these renders and to get them all done and uploaded took me about 6 hours.
I would imagine.
Hey.
Yeesh.
You throw a steak on the PC, just let it grill there while it's doing all that rendering, or?
Well,
Yeah.
I have 3 screens, okay?
Yeah.
I have the standings list on a small screen. On my big screen in the middle, I have my 3D Max rendering program, and on the left-hand screen, I pull up my game to make sure I've got all of these car files, and I have to convert them to TGAs in order to be able to render them.
Right.
Right, and you got to make sure you're getting the one from the right series, because some of these guys will race a different car depending what series they're racing in.
Well, Jeff has done an outstanding job in setting these different rooms up for each series, because he takes and keeps the car files locked out of there, except for me to be able to get in there and change and do those files, make sure they're up to date. So by race time, you should be able to go and get the updated renders, which they're updated now.
Okay.
And you can just download the zip file that's in there, and on top of that, you can get the car files that are updated. I have a couple of little problems with one or two, but out of 34 cars I think I did, 33, something like that, they all came out just fine.
Yeah, they look great, dude. I was just expecting the renders. I didn't even expect you to put names on there or anything else. And so that just adds to the time that it takes to do it. So yeah, we thank you a lot, because we were working with Craig for the past couple seasons, and he's busy. We haven't really been able to get a hold of him. And yeah, that's awesome. Didn't know you had 3D Studio Max, but here it is, and it looks phenomenal on the broadcast.
Well, I have a Facebook page. It's called Slingshots Paint Shop, and
Nice.
all the renders and cars that I've done over the last
I've seen this.
20 years have been uploaded there. All the
Right.
cars that I've driven, those that I've painted for other people. It's odd that the strangest thing to me is that in all of these years that I have been painting cars and painting my cars and changing them, no other painter has ever offered to paint me a car.
Yeah, that's the same with me. I paint all my own stuff.
And you know, I'd like to find somebody that maybe has, like Rodney Sullins, who's got creative juices overflowing out of his paint booth. Let him take my sponsors and see what he can do. But you know, back in the day when I first took on the Bunny Bread sponsor, I had done renders. I even did a 124 die-cast car of my Bunny Bread car.
You sent me pictures of the die-cast stuff. That was really neat.
Yeah, those I did for my sons, but my two stepsons, my stepson and my blood son. They were about, I'd say, well, it was, gave them to them for graduation presents for from high school, and that my son that was 17, 18 at the time, he's now 37.
Wow. Time flies.
And his car still looks as good and fresh as the day I painted it.
Yeah, we need to figure that out. Like the winner of the like I Am on Fire series or the Shake and Bake series could get like a little die cast with the car that they won the race with.
Well, you know, and back when I was doing die-cast cars, because the cost that's involved in it is phenomenal, and I was just doing it basically for therapy. But I wanted to have a league that I ran in. I was doing a lot of DVDs and admins and highlighting and all kinds of stuff, painting a lot of cars, and we had in that one year the champion of the series, the Cup Series. I had painted his car and I converted it to a die-cast car, and mounted it on top of a trophy, and that's what we gave him for his trophy. That and a DVD highlight reel of all of the races that he raced.
That's a lot of work. That's amazing. That's a cool gift. Did he know it was coming, or did you just send it to him and he was like just blown away by that?
Well, I told him, that I was going to send it to him, and I got his address and everything, and he says, well, how much? He was so proud of it. Anybody that would come over to his house, he would show the trophy, make them sit down and watch the DVD highlight. He was so proud of it, and I never asked him for a penny. I wasn't going to. That was his gift for being the champion of that series.
Yeah.
And in a couple of weeks later, I looked at my PayPal account. There was $350 in there.
Holy smokes. That's nice. That's awesome. Yeah, he won and got the trophy, but that he's paying you for it. That's pretty cool, though. That's a lot of work. I know, especially with the video work, that stuff's not easy, and it doesn't take, it takes a long time to do it right.
Well, I had an oven that I baked the enamel on with, a little toaster oven that I'd put the body in, that I'd strip it down and put the base scheme on it. And the greatest discovery I think I had was finding out that painting the decals, and just the decals, making a decal sheet in 1024 by 1024 is the same thing as a 124 scale.
Right, so the file that you spit out of the templates we use to paint the cars is exactly what you need.
Exactly right. So all I had to do was buy some decal water slide paper, print them out. I covered them over with lacquer to seal it, and then I would cut them out and water slide them onto the car, and then cover the entire car with lacquer over top of that, so you didn't see anything but it looks like the decals are embedded right into the paint job.
Yeah, wow. That's a cool process. You sent me the pictures of that, and I was like, that's so neat, because We've talked about it before, because Brad has a 3D printer. Like, it'd be kind of neat if we could 3D print the winner, and that there totally would be a way to do it. It's just trying to find the best way, I guess.
Well, I had an airbrush, and of course I built a paint booth out of countertop material for mica, and it had a Lazy Susan in the center of it that I could set the car on and revolve it around and paint the base on it, and I had a range hood out of a kitchen on top of it, so any of the fumes and everything would blow out of the house.
Oh man, you have like a whole workshop set up.
Oh yeah, it kept me from getting out on the streets and getting in trouble.
That's it. Yeah, we all gotta find something to do that to keep us out of trouble, but yeah, man, thanks again. That, like I said, overnight coming up with all these car renders, they look great, and we'll definitely be using them every single week. And if there's any new cars, we'll definitely update it.
Well, and I speak this next statement from the heart, okay? If it weren't for you guys, Blaine and Brad, doing the broadcast and all the things that you do for the league, Jeff, and all the admins that they do for the league, that has just grown just expeditionally. It's been, to be a part of it and to do it is probably the most fulfilling thing I've done in the 20-something years I've been sim racing.
Yeah, this league grew fast and with all the right people.
Yes, and it's like I said during the introductions, I can't picture a better time during the course of an average day that I feel better about myself than I am when I'm with these guys. That's how good they are.
Yeah, and Brad and I too, we've been friends for a long time, and then we look forward to the Thursdays because, we get to sit down and shoot the shit with all you guys and watch, broadcast the races, and every single race is
mandatory fun.
Yes.
Well, you guys you guys mentioned earlier, Jeff mentioned earlier, that a lot of people don't know what all goes into doing these broadcasts. However, I'm not one of those guys, because I did some broadcasts with DRL when they were up and running, and had to get the game on one screen and this on the other, and do commercials and stuff and everything, and sponsors. And I know that takes a lot to do that, and that's really where I got the 3D Max program from, and got it to do that, and Photoshop, and that's what I've been using all these years. But I've kind of slacked off, because this coming October 11th, I will be 70 years old.
Nice. It's October the 11th, you said, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm October 27th. That's mine. Everybody's born in October. The wife was born in October also, and so was my brother. It's amazing how much October stuff we have in our family too. We always used to have a big shindig in like November, because it was all the October, November babies. There was like 40% of the family was all born in those 3 weeks.
Yeah, if you count back 9 months, September, October, and November, those were in the middle of winter.
It's cold, yeah.
Mom and Daddy had to get warm somehow.
Yep, I was going to say it definitely was cold, I think, especially up in Canada.
Well, I've been up in Canada when it was snowing and cold, okay? That cold up there and the cold down here in the south is two completely different colds, okay?
Yeah.
Down here, it's unbearable to these people that are, and I've been living on Interstate 10 in the Gulf Coast for the better part of my life, and I can't stand the cold. It makes my arthritis really flare up.
Yeah, especially if it's a dry cold, and then you got the damp cold, and it's just, there's so many different things. It gets tiring sometimes. I don't mind it too much, but certain types are worse than others.
Well, I went through, when I was in the active army, I went through, this was back in the middle to early 70s. I went through cold weather training up into a post up in New York. And at that time in 76, there was a storm front that moved up the eastern seaboard that was just unbelievable. I mean, there was 8-10 feet of snow drifts that just would take your breath away, and the cold was just unbearable. But that's why they had it cold weather training.
Yeah, it's a different, definitely a different lifestyle. We're digging it now, though, that it's the middle of July. Yeah, July. It's nice.
The dog days of summer down here.
Yep. Well, this broadcast is a 2-hour broadcast, man. I got to cut you off because I got to go to work tomorrow. So this is, I need my shut-eye.
I understand. I've seen your picture. I know that beauty rest comes in handy.
Yeah, I think I need more, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, but like I said, again, with the renders, it's an awesome last-minute execution, sir. It's fantastic, and they look great. And we thank you very much for doing that for us.
I'm glad to be able to do it. It's just a pure joy. It's good therapy for me.
Right on, man.
Look great, man.
All right, Gary. Yeah, we'll. Go ahead, Brad.
I'll just say, that was as soon as I saw that on Facebook today, I'm like, oh man, those look really sharp right away. I'm like, fantastic. Nice to see some new renders. So it always looks. Everyone does their own little touch to it and makes it just their own, but that looked really sharp. So good work. Keep it up, and hopefully we'll see more of those.
Thank you, Brad. I appreciate it, buddy. You guys do great. Y'all take care and have a good evening.
Thanks a lot, Gary. Have a good night. Gary Mingus, the number 12, the Slingshot. A fantastic race this evening and a fantastic broadcast again with 80 hits. So thank you for watching. If you were watching all the way to the end, there's still apparently a few people looking at this. But Yeah, all the links are in the description below. I don't need to say all the bands. Thank you very much, White Bat Audio, and of course Thorn, the band that plays throughout, and of course Jeffrey Elliott for allowing us to do what we do, all the drivers involved, Gary for the renders, John Godfrey for the track. Man, there's a lot of housekeeping to do this week, and I hope I didn't forget anything. Thanks, Brad.
Hey, thank you, bud. For just all the work you do. I know everyone gives us credit, and I'll sit here and take it honestly, but realistically, I am the Vanna White to. If I'm just flipping the letters, you're the one coming up with the meat and potatoes of the letters to put behind those ones that I'm flipping.
It's like like I got 2 keyboards and 3 screens and a mixer, and it's crazy. But
the only reason that I'm still employed is that they can't get a monkey to speak fluently yet. Basically, that's.
You doing dishes?
Yeah, I was sorry.
That's awesome.
No, I had something going on in the background there.
We're over here doing some dishes, or you're sharpening your machete.
Exactly. I was absent-mindedly picking away at something without realizing that, of course, we're still talking live.
Yeah, not for much longer.
No, we go beyond that. After a while, I get a little bit spacey. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna clean this thing. Nope. Bad idea. Let's just make for some bad broadcasting.
Yeah, professionalism. But
right?
Yeah, man. Thanks for everybody involved in this thing. And hopefully, this Talladega Nights track that we were on tonight, that's what we're going to be using in every series now. So this was the inaugural launch, and like I said, thanks to John and thanks to Jeffrey too, because he saved. They could have used this track last week on Friday and Saturday, but they didn't. They chose to hold the track until today so we could broadcast its first use. So it's very, very neat. And I guess if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Remember, we're pulling for you. We're all in this together. Keep your stick on the ice.
Gonna switch it up tonight with a prepared quote from the famous poet Steve Martin. It's like, a day without sunshine is like, night.